Hello, amazing families. Mr. Jeremy here with today's family devotion. Hope you guys are having a great day. And I have a question for you. Have you ever been angry before? Like really angry at somebody? Not angry because your favorite team fumbled the football or because your sister flung, some mashed potatoes at your face. But I mean really angry at somebody. I'll tell you, one time when I was a kid, I was playing basketball, just minding my own business, and this kid came up and took my ball for no reason whatsoever. And I said, "Hey, that's my basketball." And he said, "Well, it's mine now," and just took my basketball. So I tried to reach over and take it back from him, and he spun around and punched me right in the face. Can you believe that? He took my basketball and then punched me in the face. I'll tell you what, I was pretty angry when that happened. I was not a happy kid at that moment. And yesterday we started talking about a man named Moses. And Moses had a moment where he got a little angry. You see, his people, the Israelites, were being slaves in the nation of Egypt. And the Egyptians were very cruel to Moses' people. And one day, Moses saw an Egyptian soldier beating an Israelite slave. And when Moses told him to stop, he wouldn't. And so Moses took care of the Egyptian. He killed him. It was not a good thing. Moses let his anger get the best of him. And actually, Moses had a little bit of an anger problem, because later on in the story of Exodus, it talks about how the people of Israel were whining and complaining, and God told Moses, "I want you to speak to this rock so it can produce water." And instead of speaking to the rock like God commanded, Moses took his staff and whacked it as hard as he could. Moses had a little bit of a temper problem, and sometimes when we get angry and we let our temper get the best of us, we do things that we shouldn't do. In fact, the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19 says that we should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger, because anger does not do the will of God. And it's really easy for us to get angry sometimes. In fact, why don't you guys talk about it as a family? Mom and Dad, what are things that have happened that have made you really angry before? Boys and girls, what's something that's happened to you that's made you really angry before? We all get angry. Even God gets angry. It says that his anger burned against his people. But God didn't just strike us all down every time we get angry. He didn't punch us all in the face. In fact, what happened with that boy that punched me in the face after he took my basketball? I wanted to hurt him. I wanted to punch him back. But I took a deep breath and I walked away, because I knew in that moment I would do something that I would regret. Me punching him back was not going to show him God's love. And I actually went back later that evening to the gym, and I saw that boy again. And he actually walked up to me and said he was really sorry. And he told me why he was so mad, and we were actually able to pray together, and we actually played basketball together that evening. And I was able to do that because instead of letting my anger get the best of me, like Moses let his anger get the best of him, I was able to walk away, take a deep breath, and come back later. And God was able to use me to speak his love into that boy. And I know that's exactly what God wants to do with you. He wants to use you to speak his love into others. Even when we're angry, even when we're so frustrated, we can trust that he will use us to do great things if we'll be slow to anger. So what are some things you can do? Maybe you can take a deep breath. Maybe one thing I used to do when I was a kid is I would hold my breath and count to 10 until I'd calm down. Or I'd make sure I'd run away, so get alone, so that the person that was getting me angry, I could be far away from them so I wouldn't do something bad. Think of those things that you can do and talk as a family. What can we do to help each other when we're feeling angry? And I know that as you walk this out, God is going to use you to do great and mighty things to share his love with others. So we love you guys. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.